Hello, everyone. This is Michael Balesta. On Tuesday, the Cleveland Indians were on the wrong side of a 5-1 score against the White Sox in Chicago. Checking the summary from the MLB At Bat app, Adam Plutko got the start for Cleveland. Juan Moncada got the scoring started with a 2-run home run. Later, Matt Davidson hit a double to score Greg Allen to give the host a 3-0 lead in the first inning. Davidson had the same outcome in the fifth inning as he got Daniel Palka in for Chicago's fourth run. Later in the frame, Omar Narvaez got an RBI double and the damage was done. The Indians' lone run occurred in the sixth when Jose Ramirez's sacrifice fly allowed Francisco Lindor to come home. Lindor was the only player from the Indians to record multiple hits. Cleveland was 1 of 9 with runners in scoring position. Plutko did not make it through the fifth as he dropped his first game this year. James Shields picked up his second win of the season. Wednesday's game was a tough pill to swallow as the Tribe tallied 14 hits but had just 2 runs to show for it in a 3-2 loss to the White Sox. Trevor Bauer had a good day as he struck out 12, yielding just 4 hits in almost 8 innings of work, but dropped to 5-5. Dylan Covey improved to 3-1. Like the previous night, Chicago scored first. Charlie Tilson got an RBI triple in the fifth. Trace Thompson's sacrifice bunt allowed Tilson to double their advantage. An inning later, Kevin Smith got a single to plate home Jose Abreu, and it was 3-0. Finally, in the top of the eighth, Edwin Encarnacion hit a single to left to drive in Lindor. Yonder Alonso doubled in the opposite direction, allowing Michael Brantley to score. Brantley in the ninth inning grounded into a double play with 2 runners on to end the game. On Thursday, Cleveland was able to salvage a split in the Windy City with a 5-2 win. This time, the Indians started with the game's first run as Lindor hit his 15th home run of the year for a first-inning lead. The margin was short-lived because in the bottom of the first, Jose Abreu got his 11th home run to put Chicago ahead 2-1. With the bases loaded in the top of the third, Yan Gomes was walked, scoring Rajai Davis from third to tie the game. The game was a stalemate until Ramirez got his 20th home run of 2018 to make it 4-2 in the seventh. The Tribe took advantage of an error by Juan Minaya, which allowed Yan Gomes to give Cleveland their 5th run. Mike Clevinger scored his 5th win of the year, lasting 7 innings and striking out 11 batters. Cody Allen got his 13th save. Chris Volstad dropped to 1-4. Friday was the start of a weekend series in Cleveland versus Minnesota. The bats were very hot for the visitors, and Eddie Rosario got a home run in the first for the Twins. Later, Logan Morrison's groundout helped Rosario score to make it 2-0. Brian Dozier made it a tough day for Corey Kluber as he homered to make it a 3-run fourth inning. Lindor had an error in the sixth inning, allowing Eduardo Escobar to come home. Minnesota got their 6th run on a balk, so mistakes were very costly for the hosts. Gomes ensured that Cleveland would not be shut out as his hit delivered Ramirez home in the 6th inning. Gomes would later record his 9th home run. Eric Gonzalez got a double to score Davis to cut the margin in half, but it was not enough in a 6-3 loss. Kluber fell to 10-3 while Kyle Gibson went to 2-4 in a game that took just 2 hours and 43 minutes to complete. Saturday, the Twins' hit parade continued with a 9-3 victory. Minnesota got 2-run doubles off the bats of Eduardo Escobar and Max Kepler for a 4-0 first-inning lead. Lindor and Ramirez were able to each hit home runs to cut the lead in half. Unfortunately, Cleveland could not consolidate the success of the bottom of the first with a shutdown second as Logan Morrison drove in another run for a 5-2 lead. That was not the only problem, as Carlos Carrasco was forced to leave the game after the first out of the said frame. I noticed that the ESPN ticker said that he was on the disabled list due to his elbow, so hopefully he will have a full and speedy recovery. In the bottom of the fourth, the Indians got 1 run back following Tyler Naquin's sacrifice fly to score Jason Kipnis. Unfortunately, the Tribe would not score again. Eddie Rosario and Morrison each got hits to make it 8-3. The score was completed after Rosario earned his 16th home run of 2018 in the 8th inning. Sunday, Cleveland was able to avert the sweep as Shane Bieber got his first win, striking out 7 batters in almost 6 innings of work. Michael Brantley and Lonnie Chisenhall each got 2 hits. The Indians did have to overturn a Minnesota lead in order to taste victory. Eduardo Escobar's double scored Joe Mauer in the initial frame. In the bottom of the second, Naquin singled off of Jake Odorizzi to tie the game at 1. An inning later, Yan Gomes had the game's most important swing as he doubled with the bases loaded to give the Tribe a 4-1 lead, which held up. Allen got save number 14. Monday, the Indians were able to carry over the momentum by knocking off the White Sox in Cleveland 6-2. Roberto Perez's double in the second inning scored Chisenhall and Davis. Lindor then flied out, allowing Kipnis to plate the third run. In the third, Kipnis made his stamp on the game with an RBI single, followed by a solo home run 2 innings later. After Dylan Covey was taken out of the game, Hector Santiago walked Chisenhall with the bases full in the 6th. Yolmer Sanchez made sure that Chicago would not get shut out with a base hit in the 8th. Finally, Matt Davidson hit the ball out of the park in the 9th for the final margin of 4 runs. Trevor Bauer went to 6-5, while Covey dropped to 3-2. Brantley and Perez had 2 hits to go along with the 3 by Kipnis. The Indians hold the lead in the American League Central Division by 3 games over the Tigers, and the Minnesota Twins are 2.5 games behind Detroit for second. Cleveland plays very well at home, and they have a chance to widen their lead with some key AL Central games just ahead. As I see it, they are treading water right now. They need to finish the first half of the season strong before the All-Star break and hold on to the top spot in the Central. Cleveland will go back to work tonight at 7:10 p.m. Eastern as they host the White Sox. 0-1 Carlos Rodon takes on 5-2 Mike Clevinger. The 3-game set concludes tomorrow at 1:10 with right-handers Ronaldo Lopez and Corey Kluber scheduled to pitch. The Indians will stay home and get a day of rest before the AL Central rival Detroit Tigers come in for games on Friday through Sunday. First pitches are listed for 7:10, 6:10, and 1:10 respectively. The Indians will be on the road to take on the St. Louis Cardinals Monday at 8:15. Like many sports fans, I have been greatly fascinated by the World Cup, which is taking place in Russia. Favored teams like Brazil, Spain, Argentina, and Germany failed to get victories in their first group matches. Those serve as a reminder that the games must be played on the pitch despite all the speculation and guessing by the pundits. Before the first ball was kicked last Thursday, I felt that Brazil would win. Neymar is one of the best players in the world. The South American Giants also have Coutinho, who stars for Liverpool in the Premier League. In a prestigious tournament like the World Cup, teams do not want to peak too early, and sometimes the first games do not go to plan. In 2010, Spain lost their first match 1-0 against Switzerland, but won their remaining 6 games to record their first title. Italy had a slow start in 1982, and also beat, at the time, West Germany in the final, so I think Brazil will grow into the tournament and win their 6th World Cup. Please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. If you live outside of the North Texas region, please search to find a Browns Backers club closest to you. Your support is greatly appreciated. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbalesta2blog.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at MJBOLESTA2, as in the number 2, and on Facebook at Michael Balesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Balesta, Roman numeral 2. God bless. Have a wonderful week. Take care.